So, something rather fascinating happened the other day when PlayStation revealed the top 3 best-selling games on the PlayStation 5 in the month of April. At number 1 was Oblivion, at number 2 was Minecraft, number 3 was Forza. Can we see a common theme between these 3 games? And it all goes back to what a lot of PlayStation dudes have been saying for years now, and what a lot of us outside observers have been saying for years now. Well, I mean, we've been saying 2 different things, but on the same topic, that being, it really is just about logos to you people. Because for years on end, the PlayStation dudes have been saying that Xbox isn't selling and people don't care about Xbox because Xbox games are crappy, no crap, they're bad, and nobody actually likes them. Which I always thought was funny because these are the same people that would then simultaneously, whenever an Xbox game gets announced for PlayStation, these are the same people that argue that they're going to save the Xbox game because, oh, PlayStation gamers actually buy their games, Xbox gamers don't buy games, but like, if you didn't think these games were good, why would you be buying them in droves? Like, if the games aren't good, why are you bragging about how many of you are going to be buying the games? But also, the PlayStation people are the same people who say that Xbox has no good games. PlayStation games are where it's at. PlayStation makes all the best games all the time, and the reason why PlayStation games sell so well is because they're just so much better. And then this happens, and no one has anything to say anymore. And then you have my side of the fence, the PC gamer side of the fence, who I've been observing these things for years now on the outside of the console ecosystem because the console ecosystem is dumb and predictable and fun to make fun of. But on the PC, we're very much aware of the fact that these games are just games. If they're good games, if they're desirable games, people are going to buy them regardless of platform. It has nothing to do with the console itself. Console exclusivity as a practice is so outdated and anti-consumer that I'm happy to see it going away. But it always makes me laugh when the PlayStation dudes will simultaneously argue that Xbox games are bad and nobody wants them, no one's buying Xbox because nobody wants to buy the Xbox games, and that console ecosystems and console power dynamics are entirely determined by the quality of exclusives, and that's why Xbox isn't doing well. But then the Xbox game comes to PlayStation and they all buy it in droves. So, which one is it? Because you do recognize that if you try to make the argument still that exclusives matter and exclusives are what sell systems, man. Exclusives are really what matter. First-party games, that we need to keep first-party exclusives as console exclusives because that's what sells. But then you look at this. If you are on the PlayStation side of the fence and you are still arguing that first-party console-exclusive games are super important and critical to a console's health, you're just dumb. That blatantly is not true. And this is evidence of that. Because all those people who went out and bought Forza on the PlayStation, and now there's all this hype for Gears of War on the PlayStation, what you're saying is that these games were very desirable all along, but you didn't buy the system for them. My goodness, it's almost like exclusives aren't what dictate whether or not you buy the system. Maybe the system is what needs to be improved if you want people to buy it. And honestly, I love Microsoft's strategy right now. I love what they're doing. Well, I mean, I did until 5 minutes ago when they pulled this nonsense. Gee willikers, we established ourselves as the consumer-friendly console option and then pulled this nonsense. I wonder what's going to happen next. We could have just breezed through the console generation as the consumer-friendly option and had a lot of people on our side, but instead, we decided to not do that for some reason. But I really like Microsoft's strategy, in theory. In practice, they're starting to piss me off, but in theory, I like what they're doing. They have their first-party games, and they're releasing their first-party games everywhere, but if you buy Xbox's hardware, you get the first-party games at a lower price. And that's really as simple as it needs to be. They're clearly putting out games that people want to buy, as evidenced by all the people on other platforms buying them. And this is also after years and years of Microsoft making tons of money off of PC game sales. PlayStation was just the next logical step. But I think it's really simple. You want the game cheaper, you get it on Xbox. You don't want an Xbox, but you still want the game. You go buy the game on a different platform. Everyone wins here because all the gamers get more games. And if you're not a corporate cheerleader of one side or the other, then this shouldn't even really matter to you. But This is a channel where we like to make fun of corporate cheerleaders, which means, yes, there are a lot of people who were caring too much about this. So let's go through some of the interactions, some of the engagements with this post from Culture Crave, where people tried to argue that more gamers getting more games and the anti-consumer idea of console game exclusivity being thrown out the window. Let's hear some people try to argue why these are actually bad things. Because at the end of the day, Sony, your fan base is just... it's something else. Viz says, and PlayStation takes a 30% cut on every sale. They're very happy about it. Where's the 70? PlayStation takes 30% cut on a very sale. Okay, where's the 70 going? Which company? What? K Alex says Xbox is a third-party publisher at this point. At this point. They've been a third-party publisher. Why do people keep acting like this is some new groundbreaking thing going on? Especially with Gears, too. It's like Xbox is just a third-party. They've been third-party. So is Sony. Look at this. Look at this. Sony's a third-party publisher, too. Because that's how you make the most money, is by putting the game on more platforms and getting as many copies sold as humanly possible. That's how you make the most money. Like, oh my god. Edgar Ramos says, LMAO, okay, how is this a win for Xbox? That just means the console is now useless. It's a win for Xbox because Xbox as a publisher is making boatloads of money that they wouldn't have made if the games were exclusive. And they're going to use that boatload of money to make new stuff. That's how this works. The console is also most certainly not useless because there are literally millions of Game Pass subscribers using the Xbox console to play these games at a lower price. The appeal of Xbox as a console, well, I mean, it was the price tag for the hardware itself, now it's mainly the price tag for the games. This is a win for Xbox because Xbox is making lots of money. Hope this helps. Mickey says Oblivion was never a Microsoft exclusive. The original launched on all platforms. But it's an Xbox published game. Xbox owns Bethesda. They didn't have to put it on PlayStation. It's a good thing they did. But I'm glad that you and I agree on the fact that a console manufacturer, like a company that makes consoles and publishes games, that company taking an IP that they weren't involved with the creation of and making it a console exclusive, I'm glad we agree that that would be lame, right? Gosh, I'm sure glad that never happens anywhere else. I'm glad we agree that that would be a lame thing to do. King Roblo says, wow, Sony won. I mean, if you want to get petty about this, the PC won because we get all these games and also Sony's games. If the winning platform is the one that gets the most first-party games from the most companies, then the PC won. But also, if you're looking at this through a console war lens, you are the problem with gaming. Everybody wins here. Not just Sony, not just Microsoft, everyone. People on Sony's platform get more games. People on Microsoft's platform get those same games but cheaper if they want to. People on the PC get all the games and also machine-fed Cheez-Its to their mouths because it's the best platform from an objective standpoint. The fact that we're console warring over this is what's funny. Because the same people who complained about Xbox not having good games, Xbox has no games, those are the same people flocking to Xbox's games on PlayStation. And this is going to set a more pro-consumer standard in the AAA sphere. That is a good thing. I just find it so funny that when Microsoft puts a game on the PlayStation dudes like, haha, Sony won. But if Sony puts a game on the PC, those same Sony dudes will be like, why are you doing that? Keep it exclusive. We agree that an exclusive game not being exclusive anymore and making more money, that's good. But when your favorite company does it, now it's bad. Now exclusives are sacred and should never be touched. You're fucking dumb. Darren says, this is not a W for Xbox at all. PS users are getting the best of both worlds right now, even if these games are old. I'm sorry. The games are old and Microsoft is making bank off of them, but that's not a W for Xbox. Xbox's wallet is now getting fat as fuck off of games that they've been sitting on, but that's not a W for Xbox at all. How? Darklore says, get it straight, it's Microsoft Corporation now, the name Xbox is dead, irrelevant, no one cares, let me say it one more time, Microsoft Corporation. Yeah, no, Xbox is super dead. Xbox doesn't matter. No one cares about Xbox. Xbox as a brand is dead. Also, be sure to tune in to the big Xbox Games Showcase next month, where we're showing off games from Xbox Game Studios that maybe you'll get to play on your leaked Xbox handheld, and you'll get a look at some games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass. Like, come on. It's not that serious. BS Checker says Microsoft has the better games, but can't use them to sell their own console because they keep putting them on other platforms. They can't use the games to sell their own platform, so you agree that console exclusive games should go away. You agree that consoles holding games hostage hides the problems with the platform because games can be good and that's not enough to sell the platform. So we should get rid of console exclusives altogether. Yes? I love how no one can make that next step for some reason. It's like, okay, these games are good, these games are appealing, people want to buy them, and they weren't enough to sell the Xbox console because the Xbox console has a bunch of other negative things about it, or at least in the public perception has other negative things about it that they're not willing to overlook just for a handful of games. So maybe console exclusivity is a bad practice? Nah, it's just Xbox's problem. Like, come on, you're right there. You're right there. The British Monkey says PlayStation players buy their games, lol. Remember to keep this energy when a PlayStation game goes to PC. You know, the platform that buys more games than every other platform. Just remember to keep this energy and this mindset when PlayStation puts a game over there and you start fucking crying about it, as usual. Harley says, only brainless Xbox fanboys think this is a win, lol. Copium. PS5 has every console game and PC games that matter, except Nintendo stuff. PS5 has all the PC games that matter. Are we really going there right now? I find this to be an extremely ironic statement given the fact that the PC has access to more PlayStation games than the PS5 does. Like, gigantic fucking lol at this idea that the PS5 has every game that matters when the PC has more PlayStation history games. And also, the PC has Nintendo stuff. So PS5 has every console game except their own console games, and PC games except for all the PC exclusive games that are really popular and they don't have. And the only thing PS5 doesn't have is Nintendo stuff, which the PC has. Phenomenal arguing you're doing here. You're really selling the PS5. You're doing a great job. Look, I'm glad exclusivity is going away. And if anything, I think this is going to be a trend that is going to continue. Because Microsoft is making boatloads of money off of the PlayStation community, and that's a good thing for everyone. It means Xbox has more money to make more games, and, you know, as much as you may or may not want Xbox to have more games, have more money, at the end of the day, they do own a lot of IP, and having them succeed in a wide variety of avenues with a wide variety of IP, wide variety of genre, I think that's a good thing, and I think that's how we avoid them being like Sony, where they just sit on IP for decades at a time and just fart on them without releasing new games or re-releases or anything. This sales chart right here is exactly how we avoid shit like Days Gone Remastered and an Until Dawn remake. This is how we avoid that. And in the process, PlayStation gamers get more games. I don't see how anyone loses here. So we're going to do the Doofus Club now. I have to pee so bad. So we're going to do this as fast as possible. We always do it as fast as possible, but we got to go like really fast right now because I'm gonna pee my pants. It's Murkoff Brand, of course it's safe. Unicorn Rocco, Wild Gamer 2001, Opossum, Bender Fondue, Etnomega, Hero Culture, my favorite line from Pulp Fiction is English, motherfucker, do you speak it? AKA Big Tech, Tom from Spokane, Dial Up, Kyle Ward 789, Sensor Nakage, Non for Law, Hates Maddie, Master Killer, Jabom, Debom, Bomb, Dan, Bob, Bomb, go fuck yourself, Joe, Taylor, 5S53, shit, fuck, The Return of the King, Upside Down, George from Seattle, Partially 8, Nick, Moltene, Volksauto, Cloaked Onyx, JJ Dusty, Hail de Nouveau Pub, Cod Stop It, Codman 4372WX, Joe, it's the Gamer 127YT, not 127WT, get it memorized, Oblivion Remastered is Game of the Year, Joe, Pookie, please join voice chat more, I'm going to, just let me get through the fucking school year, and then I'll be there more, Celerat, Gold Pyrex, Zombie Van, All the Rock 01, Penguin Piss, Doug, Nigsy Smile, Blast 1314, Snake Eyes 327, Devastator 2000, Edge Knight 1789, Joe, please let us touch tip you sexy man, MK2396E, I'm still in the boat, Joe, please get help, you've been in there for way too long, Hentai, X Machina Gamma, Elite Wolf, Higher Hazard, Fire Hazard 105, Epion 504, Club No Penguin, Banshee, GWXSS, Ras the Wolf, Evan Co, Okie Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Really Zerg, Game on Dead People, Bender, not Bender Fondue. Why do I keep doing that? All Games Video, Japanese name that's like a rest crate, Max Killer V2 Gaming, Biscuit 1101, Todd Howard is our Lord and Savior, Horizon Forbidden Western Master, Pope Ralph the Rat King, Jessica Shepard, Ricky Spiral, Ricky Tiki Muskie. I'm not hyped for GTA 6. It doesn't look that interesting to me. Karumi the Steel Angel, Joe's mom has got it going on. Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron von Vaderham, Cyrus, Xbox raised the prices. Now I can't afford a motorcycle. Two text again 940. Joe, answer this question. Answer this question. Joe, what is your the first Doofus? Creed Warrior 23, Max Chef, Marathon really is a stinky turd, isn't it, Jep? I totally forgot Marathon existed again. Every time I get to that part of the Doofus Club, I remember that Marathon exists. I completely forgot it existed. Totally Insane, Vendetta Autry, Black Cobra, leader of the Doomslayer cult, Knight of Cypher, ML04, and I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray. Oh no, it's Poopsie, Wolf of Midnight, Snake Rider, Pig, Venus, Kev Dog, 1992, Seafoot Studios, Film Kraken, OM Gaming, Tariq Brown, Thorn Skate, Mac and Neck 7, Evans, Mr. Spine 03, the Catalina freaking Wine Mixer, Pow Pow, Y Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan from Serbia, steals money from Joe from Seattle, Gob Gobson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Hinner, Grimsy, Polska Goo, Rom, Hangman for Hire, Elden Lenoble, Frost Crystal, Jimmy Chop, Spy Genesis, Ian Action, Poppy Pinkus, 90 Key, 97 Manga Key, Scrupusco, Ghost, Home Remember to Tell Nintendo, Lower Your Prices, JoJo 6, Fast Girl, Femtanker, Raptor, Tim the Amazing Blight Man, Blue Hook, Willie JJ, Schnorrel Accents, Show Your Feet, Joe, Don't Be a Pussy, Jody Breeze, Smitty Worker, Jagerman Jensen, Max Leo, Massimo, Big Advertisement, Diego Garcia, JJ Dusty, A. Mike Hibbikins, I American Eddie, Rebel Blood 80, Antoine Horton, Oracle, Harmon Smith's Hairline, Oh No, it's Justin, Randroid, Tuning Way, Mechanical Resonance, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, My Name is Mud, Joe Taku, Stop Playing COD, Play the Finals, So Much Better, Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down, Was Winky Face, Wanna Be Hobo, Jidge, Weston Bill, 310 Char, Rob C, Chicken Jockey Veg, The Groovy Banana, Curtin, Alan Spike, Wear a Maid Dress, Once You Hit 20k, Joe, the video is over, get in the moat, you doofuses. Okay, I have to pee, goodbye. I fuck toodles.